Happy Napalm Records Monday, everybody. My name is OldSkuleNerd, and this is my reaction to the drum playthrough by the amazing Vlad. This is Jinjer, the song is Copycat, and I'm going to react to it. I thought it'd be a great way to start the week off by just reminding everyone how much Jinjer has changed his channel. It was really one of the first reactions I did, and everyone has since gone nuts about it, and so have I, and I've spent a lot of time watching this band, reacting to this band. I've seen this band in New Orleans. They've been through so much in the last few months because they are from the Ukraine. It's one of the reasons why that is the color it is. Now, we all know that so far all the band members and their families are safe at this time. However, we can confirm for sure that both Vlad and Eugene, the bass player of this band, are still in the Ukraine. And they're working hard to help their fellow countrymen by providing supplies and aid and bringing them to shelters around Kyiv and different areas of the country. We appreciate their service to their country and we hope that they stay safe. Now that I've said that, let's talk about Vlad. Vlad is not a drummer. I don't care what this video shows, and I don't care how good he is at taking sticks and making intricate rhythms and noise in a groove metal kind of way. He is a piano player. I know this because not only did someone tell us that, but when I met this band in New Orleans, I made the comment, Eugene is standing in front of me, Vlad is right here next to me, and I was told him how great they were, and I appreciate that Vlad's one of my favorite drummers currently in the metal scene. And Eugene goes, Psh, he's a piano player. And he is. He's a classically trained pianist. You need to look that up on Google, the difference between pianist and the other word you just thought of, you filthy-minded animal. Anyway, let's get into this. This is a drum playthrough for Napalm Records Monday. But before we get into this, I just want to give a quick shout out. Last night, I was on Twitch TV and I was playing Fortnite and I was talking about all the things that are going on in my life and how excited I was to get into the reactions this week. And I mentioned that Jinjer was going to be one of those. And I was about to end my Twitch stream and I was going to raid Vicky Sarakas from the Agonist because they were playing live. And I thought it'd be great to raid her channel and support her. Right before I started the raid, I myself was raided by 3 channels all at the same time. Kind of freaked me out. The first one was PinQ. He's a professional Fortnite player, and he rated my channel with 167 viewers. Then right after him, RefsGuard popped in with the same number of viewers. Apparently they were playing together. And then right after that, Candy Bear was playing some Halo Infinite, and she popped in too. So these 3 Twitch professionals, per se, especially when you're talking about PinQ, he's a professional Fortnite player, as is RefsGuard, and their highlight channels are all over the place. I will put the links to their information in the description below. Please check them out and give them some love because they gave me a ton of love. Why? They were just looking for somebody to raid, and they happened to notice that I was playing Fortnite at the time. And in my Fortnite tag, it says, all monetization of my channel goes to pay for my daughter's medical bills. And that's true. Every monetization on both YouTube and on Twitch go to help pay for my daughter's medical bills. So they knew that. And that's why they showed up. They showed up, rated me, a bunch of people followed, subscribed, and all they said was, hey, we hope your daughter's feeling well. We hope she's doing better. Thank you to all 3 of you for taking time out of your schedules, bringing your fan base to mine, and sharing the love. This is about sharing love. And the reason why I share this right now, because of this guy. That's what he's doing. He's taking care of people in his home country. He's bringing food and medical supplies to women and children's shelters all around the city he lives in, while a war is erupting around it. I want you to keep that in mind as you watch this. But don't forget, you get to enjoy this. It is Vlad. It is Jinjer. And this is a freaking drum playthrough of Copycat. I'm going to get my beard out of the way. So See, now I'm not even in the way. Much better. Let's get into this. I do love this song. When it was played live in New Orleans, I lost my mind. It was so good. Before he starts, I just want to show you guys something. This is a beautiful drum set. However, there is one thing missing from it. Right here in this area next to the kick drum, you see this void area? When they tour live, this void area actually has a second hi-hat there. He has a hi-hat sitting here on this set right here. Here's his Zildjian bells here, which you're going to hear him play. Bang, right there. I love Zil bells. But right here in this void area between the kick drum and the floor tom, he normally keeps a hi-hat that sits really low to the floor and it has a mic right up against it. Why? Because he loves to play that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound of the two hi-hats forming together. However, because he's in Jinjer, the ambient sound around him is so loud, so eruptful, that it might wash that sound out. And there are a lot of groovy songs that Jinjer plays that you want to be able to hear that jazz swash of a hi-hat. So he puts it down low, away from all the other cymbals, puts a directional mic really close to it so he can swash that and you can really hear it during a live performance. You don't see it in this video, but if you get to see Jinjer live, and I'm sure they're going to go on the road as soon as they can, look for the hi-hat on the floor and know how many people have that? That guy has it. Why? Because he's a jazz drummer who plays in a metal band, but he's not, because he's a piano player. I know, are you confused? Me too. Nobody does this better than Jinjer. Nobody. There is nobody that throws down like Jinjer does. Now, look, a lot of people got into Jinjer because of Pisces and the first time they saw Tatiana, Ms. Booyaka, throw down a harsh vocal. In fact, it's still one of the most shared videos and reacted to videos on the internet. But that's not why I love this band. Don't get me wrong, love me some Toddy, but this band has so much groove. If someone who loves folk music and jazz music and blues loves the art form of the groove, to translate that into metal on such a intricate level, and a lot of that has to do with that rhythm section, and that's Eugene and Vlad. There's just something about the way they can just drop into a sudden run through, and it's metal. It's hard, it's heavy. But if you can't feel that swing groove, then you're not paying attention. Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people that love Jinjer love Bloodywood, because both musical styles have that kind of swing groove to it all the time. Whereas Jinjer does it in a very jazzy blues feel, incorporated into their metal, and Bloodywood does it because that classic Punjabi swing style of music that's just indicative of their culture. Either way, people love both bands for the same reason. It's unique, it's powerful, it's metal. You gotta be able to move, baby, or you can't keep up with this. Watch this drop off into this groove. people ask me, what's your favorite part about this? It's the fast stuff is cool. Like this fast part is cool, but it's the drop off into the groove that I love the most. People ask me, if you could play like anybody, who would you love to play like? Well, number one, I would always love to be able to play like Neil Peart. I think a lot of people think that. A lot of people would want to be like that because he can play any style, including this. But as far as living drummers, I really like Vlad's style, mainly because it always sits outside. It's never really been about the speed. It's been about the flexibility, being able to move in and out of a song into that again, from the very first time that I saw Jinjer, I think Pisces, my reaction was similar to a lot of people. I was like, wow, what is all this? But then immediately after reacting to Pisces, I reacted to Who's Gonna Be the One. Wow, it's just determined to go. I reacted to Who's Gonna Be the One right after I reacted to Pisces. And I immediately dubbed their style as groove metal, even though it's not a thing. But that was a year and a half ago. I said, man, this is some kind of groove metal. Now it seems to have caught on. Still my favorite type of metal. Bands like Meshuggah, Lorna Shore, there's so many bands that are literal musical and vocal, harsh vocal, sound assaults from beginning to end. It's just huge aggressiveness. That stuff's impressive. Then there's stuff that's more light and progressive and experimental. And I like that stuff too. You find me that happy, sweet spot, like a Gojira, like a Jinjer. That's my happy place, where the feelings of jazz and folk music and the grooves come together with the harshness and aggressiveness and power of metal. That's my happy spot. When people ask me, Old School Nerd, why is it that when you react to certain bands, you're like, okay, that was good, but you don't seem to get into it? Every person has their own thing they love. And if I was to suddenly tell you, oh, this is awesome, but to me it wasn't my style, then I'd be lying to you. And this whole entire channel has been about me being real with all of you. And this is the real deal for me. Jinjer, Bloodywood, Gojira. There's a lot of bands out there that fit my groove style. And I will always go to them. Alien Weaponry, Bloodywood, Shepherd's Reign, just to name a few, also feed into that because they bring the cultural aspect, that cultural texture, the music of their area of the world into metal too. So I love that stuff too. I'm a very blended person. Just to make noise for noise's sake has a place, but it's still not my favorite. This kind of stuff is why I enjoy music. That's a little peek into me. Speaking of peaks, watch this. This is one of my favorite things he does. We're going to go fast, which is important. Don't get me wrong. It's metal. It's fast. But his ability to just swing into the groove, it's one of my favorite things he does. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Eugene. You guys both stay safe. Roman, stay safe. Tatiana, keep doing what you do. We cannot wait to see all of you back on the road soon. We need to end that war over there. It's got to stop. It's an interesting image. The whole world's falling down around him and he's still just throwing it down. What's really interesting to me is that if you have not listened to Wallflowers by the album, the full album by Jinjer, the one that came out, the entire album is like this. But every single song has a different feel, a different pickup, a different groove. Every one of them is a different story being told. And this is just one of them. This is Copycat, the drum playthrough. Bad Vlad, the pianist who plays the drums. My name is Old School Nerd. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope everyone has a wonderful Monday. Have a great week. Love one another. Take care of each other. So we're all stuck on this mud ball together. To all the members of Jinjer that are still in the Ukraine, helping out where they can, please stay safe. For those who are taking care of the families and friends of this band as they stay behind and work for the safety and care of others, thank you for giving. For those who purchase shirts to help feed sheltered women and children from Jinjer, thank you. My name is Old School Nerd. Have a wonderful day. Oh, wait. Sorry. If you just happen to enjoy what we did here,
and put a like.
Thank you, Sheena, popping up behind the Jinjer logo there. And to all of you, Gojira is going to lay it down for you.
Muchas fucking gracias.
That's thank you. You may go.